there, Cancers. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for being here. I hope you get something from the reading. And if you're not new here, but you're coming back, thanks again for coming back. And any new subscribers as well, I hope you do get some inspiration and some guidance from these readings. Now, this is for all Cancer placements, including your North Node. I do encourage people to check their North Nodes out in their charts, because your North Node is actually your soul growth. So I find personally that when you look at your North Node sign, that is the direction that you are being encouraged to grow. And so therefore there could be a significant and more poignant message for you there. Anyhow, without further ado, let's have a look. I've got 3 different decks today I'm playing with, and we've also got 2 other side decks. One's a tarot deck and another one's an oracle deck by Doreen Virtue, The Healing of the Fairies Oracle. My first card here I'm going to turn over is by Colette Baron Reid, and it's the Wisdom of the Oracle. Let's have a look. Okay, you've got come to the edge. So there's something in your life that has taken you to the edge of yourself, Cancerians, and this could be for any Cancerian placement. All right, it could be a situation that's really pushed you. Maybe you are being struggling. Perhaps you're wanting to think of leaving a situation, or it could be a work situation, it could be a home situation, it could be a partnership, and you're now being pushed to the edge, and it's encouraging you to go to the edge. Okay, it is really important that you leave things behind that don't nurture you, and you need to take that leap of faith. Okay, I do feel that there's something that is definitely going to be coming in. In fact, while I was shuffling, there were 2 cards that popped out, and some had fell as well, but the 2 cards that turned upright were in between worlds. So yes, definitely there could be that sort of sense of you're thinking you're needing to move out of a dark situation. That's what I'm picking up, into a lighter situation. You also what was the other card? It'll come back to me. But there's definitely that need to actually make a shift, all right? And this is definitely telling you that if you're not already in this position, assessing situations and actually looking at where you can move towards, you need to take a leap of faith. This is almost a bit like the Fool card in the tarot, all right? So you are being asked by Spirit to actually assess your situation, and try and... Sometimes it's much better to actually take that leap yourself rather than being pushed over the edge, okay? Because when you're actually ready to dive off that, like the diving board, or do whatever it is, you have more command over the situation, and it's coming from an empowered place rather than being pushed into a situation, okay? The only time the universe will do that sometimes is because we need to wake up and actually learn something from it. Okay, let's have a quick look up under here. We have, the change of wind is here. All right, I do feel like some of you are maybe questioning why is something going on, but there's definitely a change of direction, a change of situation for you that is going to actually bring you into much more fruitful position here. I've got the blessings card as well. So it's almost like a blessing in disguise, okay? So there could be something that's shifting you from a position that is not serving you. I feel, I'm just looking at this change of wind as well, and I feel like some of you are dealing with somebody who actually is also very stubborn, very difficult, and actually is not going to change how they are. Okay, I don't know why I'm picking that up. All right, and in some way you need to flow around this situation. You need to sort of move and spiral around this situation, okay, and stay steady. All right, because in some way what you're doing is you're actually creating an opportunity for yourself to move towards something and somebody or situation that is far more fruitful for you, far more kind of, there's more delight coming up, okay? I'll come back to that. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, this is a card now of self-reflection here in the middle. All right, so this is a time for you to be making the assessment. Like I said earlier, okay, you need to look at what's around you. Is what you're looking out to, is your reality what it is that you want it to be? Is somebody in your life also reflecting something back in how you need to make changes? All right, the people say that what people are mirrors. You could actually have somebody who's actually quite narcissistic, or difficult, and maybe you need to look at, maybe that's a situation that you just observe if it is a pattern that you've been in before. Is there something that you need to do to get out of that situation? Okay, whatever it is, just know that it is actually serving you as well, and this is something for you to get deep in touch with your emotions. Okay, I feel that this is also, some of you are going through some kind of life lesson that perhaps has been making you feel very unstable, maybe emotionally, or maybe you've had to look deep within yourself to get the strength that you need. All right, let me see at the bottom of the deck here as well. Yeah, this again, wow, amazing. I'm going to look at the 3 cards here. Okay, at the bottom, we've got assessing the path, and we've got resilience. So I feel like some of you have had to be carrying, there's something that's been going around you, and you've had to sort of maintain your posture by being resilient with what's going on. Okay, and you're able to see things very clearly. Perhaps this situation is also taking you into a new direction, a new possibility. So do look out for it. Okay, you look out for the opportunity. All right, here we've got that sort of little window of opportunity there in the night sky, where the scene is much brighter. Okay, and it is up to you to climb that ladder. Oh, this is there. Okay, you can see that she's assessing her next steps, if you like. I'm sorry, it's a bit blurred there. All right, but there's a ladder here, and she's assessing the steps, and perhaps that's what you need to do with this card assessment. Look at what's going to, where something is going to take you. Look about who's around you, how people are speaking to you. I feel like this has been a real interesting time for many people. All right, that because some of these readings are very similar for me. That this is my 10th sign. So is it the 11th sign? Yeah, no, you're the second to last Cancer, and I'm doing the water signs today. And I feel that for some of you, this is really important, that you need to take the higher road and really look out from a distance about why, not so much why something's happening, but perhaps what and where you need to go in order to do something. Sometimes by asking too much of the whys, you can get into your head about, why is this happening to me? Why is he doing this to me? Why is she doing this to me? That gets you kind of into the victim mode, okay? It really is time for you to actually sort of call the situation out, choose your battles wisely. All right, know when to say something, when not to say something. And particularly if you're somebody who doesn't say something, maybe you do need to call the person out. I've got here the wolf howling towards the moon. But this is not a time to actually just put your blinkers on and allow somebody to run roughshod. But at the same time, be wise in recognizing what you need and when you need to say something or not, okay? I want to maybe look up this self-reflection card in the book. For some reason, I feel like I want to do that. But what I will say is, I think you're going to be offered several other possibilities that's going to take you to somewhere new. So Cancers, whatever placing, I don't know if this is going to speak to all of you or some of you or even just one of you, but this is going to be an opportunity where something is going to shift your environment as well. And you don't have all the details just yet, but it is definitely coming towards you, or it is already there. And it is a question of you meeting it. All right, there might be some details that you need to look at as well, but it's definitely going to be a blessing in disguise. All right, now I'm going to go into the third pile before I come back to this card here. Let's have a look. Wow, okay, so we have got this card of protection. All right, this is really beautiful. And at the bottom of the deck here, we've got support as well. So, you know, this is a life purpose Doreen virtue card, but I love what you're getting here, because I feel like by coming to the edge, you know, you might have to take a leap of faith, okay, Cancers, and just know that you're totally protected and supported. And I feel this support also comes from actual physical beings as well as angels, like literally angels in disguise, okay, people who are come as people, but they're angels, okay? They are angels in disguise, helping you, supporting you, and also helping you make that shift. Because of this possibility of where you find yourself, what you're finding that is in your space, that is reflecting back, which is actually, you know, you're probably assessing and thinking, oh my God, this is so not what I wanted. This is so not what I'd imagined it was going to be. And this is what I'm surrounded by. All right, that you need to just know that you are being asked at this time to make that shift, and life supports you, okay? And also, you might have to make a change in your career. Maybe you had some plans to do something, and now you're having to make that change because somewhere in your environment, your inner interior of your environment, like around you, it could be at work, your home life, or in a relationship, or living accommodation, whatever it is pushing you to move on. into to another situation. Okay, oh, this is the other way around actually. I had 4 cards. Well, how many is there? 3 that also fell, and I was not certain if I want to look at them, but I will. Of the life purpose cards, so I've got them here on its side. But let's have a look. Okay, really important that you surround yourself with lots of light and love. Okay, make sure that you do some meditation. Make sure you go out in the sunshine. Make sure your prayers are about, you know, protecting yourself. Okay, when I was doing some healing courses way back when at the College of Psychic Studies in London, we used to learn, you know, about when you start any kind of meditation or any kind of certain practice to protect yourself from negative energy. I feel like some of you could be really around some very big negativity, and it's really, you can protect yourself by putting a beam of light from the crown of your head all the way down to your body and surrounding yourself with this light. Okay, you can also ask to be shown. Here I'm just looking at, she's got her hands in her heart and there's some light coming through. This is supposed to be auto. Maybe it's just too much for the camera there. Okay, that she is now coming into her heart. So again, trusting your heart. Don't try and talk yourself out of a situation that's not of any use or any good for you. Okay, well, there you are. And here's let go. So I feel like some of you need to let go of a situation, a person, or an environment, a home, a relationship. Okay, and again, it's asking you to come to the edge. This is something you need to do. Okay, for some of you struggling here, you just need to make sure that you just need to walk away from the situation here in order to resolve it. Okay, it just says it all here. All right, look after yourself in the most caring way, and here, well, again, well, taking leadership. So these cards are really, for me, really speaking to you, Cancerians, in such sequential order, and this is an absolute wonderful card to end with, as in your oracle reading here, because I feel that this is about you taking leadership of your life as well, following your own inner truth, your authenticity, and your power. Make the assessment that you need to make. See, you know, create the path that you need to do this, which is what we said here, didn't I? You know, that there's steps going up there, but you need to take that leadership. Don't wait for somebody to create so many problems in your life, okay, where you're suddenly feeling burdened emotionally, and finding yourself that being sort of squelched down by somebody's attitude or situation. Okay, this could be a work situation. It could be where somebody's not, you know, something is not feeding you and is causing you a lot of problems, right? If you're having problems, all right, in your home life or anything, just know that it will pass. But sometimes it's not a question of being still and saying, oh, this is going to pass, right? Unfortunately, some very unpleasant characters out there that will cause a lot of problems. It could be a bully in your life. There could be a person in your life. There could be a situation, Cancer, where that's not really healthy. And you just need to know that you need to take the leadership and get out of your own way, okay? And start making some steps, all right, towards a change that you need to make. But you will find that because at the bottom of this deck, with the blessing, I feel that whatever's happening to you is happening for you, okay? And just trust that. I'm just going to have a quick look, come back to this card, like I said, number 17. It says, be curious about your own nature. Choose to turn inwards to quietly contemplate who and what you are and what you want. Okay, that's also a really nice card to go in support with the path, right? So as you're going, you know, sort of figuring out your new path and making that assessment, which is here, it's a really good card to be brutally honest and seeing exactly what it is you want. All right, you know, we've just come out of the new moon energy, but it's never too late to actually put your intentions and the clarity and being clear in what it is that's going to give you the love and the self-support that you need as well, okay? We can, of course, get support from other people from outside of us, but the only person we can also, at the end of the day, is really rely on ourselves, which also brings me to the leadership card here. So for some of you Cancerians, you really need to think and take that on board. It says the more you know about yourself, the more you're able to steer yourself well. Know that what you believe and why, and yet be open to the development of new beliefs and the ways of being. And it says here, I'm not afraid to look deeply at myself in all aspects. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that. So like I said, it is definitely a self-reflection time. All right, interestingly here, I've got at the bottom with the tarot deck, I've got the Fool. All right, this has already been pre-shuffled and, you know, cleansed before I've done your reading. But I feel it is definitely a time to move on. Okay, something is definitely finishing. And I think you've hung around in a situation a lot longer. I mean, looking at these bottom of these cards, I mean, this is wonderful at the bottom here. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. All right, I mean, okay, you've got the Fool here and as well, and we've got the Justice card here as well. So this is about you making the wrong right, you know, really choosing to give yourself the how can I put it, making things work for you in a way that is actually empowered. Okay, you know, don't wait for somebody. Justice will be done and the universe can do that for you. But this, I feel, with yielding that sword next to the not the Oracle, sorry, the Fool card, very much tells me that this is about you actually yielding your sword and getting it out. All right, this is not a time to necessarily I don't mean to say that you attack somebody, but this is about being firm in your positioning and make sure that you actually can transform your inner self. So look at what you can do and then cut out the fear you might have or any mental diatribe that you might be engaging. And if somebody is actually rude and has that kind of attack towards you as well, just be still. All right, because interesting, on the back of this card we've got this image, and if you look at, you can't see the Justice here, he's sitting on that throne in the front, but there's a butterfly, which also tells me, and a sword that's been yielded, okay, and put down, and it's got ivy growing here. So I feel like in some way you've matured and you know how to fight your battles in a way that you've not had to do before. Some of you might have been in suspended animation. I'm just going to take these cards as they are because they really, I feel, read very well. All right, and your hands might be tied, but it won't be long before you're going to be released. And I think this is going to give the opportunity to think differently, like literally turning your thoughts upside down or thinking outside the box. Okay, behind there is the sun. So this is almost a blessing. As you know, for those who don't know, the sun is the highest form of the kind of joyous card in the major arcana card. All right, and we've got the blessing. So I feel like some of you are going to get some great news that's going to bring you much more joy, okay, and much more sense of security and a sense of safety. I'm picking up with this as well, okay? And then don't allow what's happening outside of yourself to ruin your inner radiance or outer radiance as well. All right, behind that we've got the Ace of Cups. So some emotional happiness. This is taking you to a path that you do not see, that in fact that you've been wishing for. I've got the Star, the Moon, and the Empress. I don't even know how these have all come together, but that is what I've got for you here, Cancers. I'm going to leave the tarot there because I feel like we've really covered on the back of the card, and because they were so well shuffled prior to my doing this reading, I've taken these cards for you. But as a bonus, let's look at the fairy, the Healing of the Fairy Oracle deck. Wow, okay, one just popped out, and here you are. I mean, if this is not a confirmation of everything I've just said, this is about positive expectations. Let me see. Can you see? All right, I want to bring it closer. Okay, well, this is basically positive expectations, and there you are. She's actually sitting there with a hand open. I mean, this is just all of it, really, the blessings and the positive expectations. So I want you to really imagine that you're expecting something positive. You just affirm that I am now open to receive the most positive news or a blessing that I do not see, but it's coming my way. Or something along those lines. Just expect life to work for you, okay? Very, very important, Cancer. I mean, this is a fantastic, fantastic reading. Here we've got the optimistic Fool, you know, going off because he expects life to be good. He expects life to be adventurous, and he also knows that he's going to get, you know, without even carrying any burdens here, just freely, All right, and like I said, you did get the Sun card. So this is really informing me. Take action, Cancerians. Be the leader of your life. You are being protected, okay? So let go of what's not working. Be the leader of your own life. Check in with what's going to make you happy. Go towards people who have actually got your back, who are actually deliberately supporting you. And I promise you, you cannot fail in moving forward. Wow, Cancers, what a reading. I do hope that you've got something from this, and I hope it's spoken to some of you. I've actually got Moon in Cancer, so this has had some resonance for me as well, I have to say. And yeah, take what you will of it, Cancers. I'll leave you with this. Lots and lots of love until my next reading for you. Bye for now. Bye.